What's going on, guys? It's RPG Zeke here, coming at you with another video unboxing for Starter Deck 05. This is my favorite one so far. I am a big fan of Iron-Blooded Orphans, and this one is called Iron Bloom. Let's go ahead and before we get into the contents of the box, another big shout out to the sponsor once again. Let's go ahead and listen to that message. Hey guys, today's video is brought to you in part by Otaku Nation. Located in Arizona, a store where you can find all sorts of anime apparel, cosplay-related material, stuffed animals, statues, figures, books, videos, model kits, and of course trading card games. Whether it is booster boxes or singles, Otaku Nation has you covered. Otaku Nation has a lot of ways for you to stay up to date on the latest products and releases. From their website, they have events posted, location listed, a gallery so you can see what things are like, new products rolling in, and that are posted on their Instagram so you never miss a product launch. And of course, a direct link can be accessed from their website here to see their assortment of cards from the TCG Players store. So take a moment, check out their website and the link in the video description down below. Now back to the video. All right, so let's get into these starter decks. I'm so excited. Let me go ahead and flip the camera for you, get you all close like so we can take a look. Oh yes. All right, so this is Starter Deck 05, like I was saying before. This one's called Iron Bloom. Big thing here is it is purple. This is the first time we are getting the purple color introduced to the Gundam trading card game, which is awesome. It also comes with its secondary color, which is white. So Iron Bloom is a purple-white deck, focusing on the series from Iron-Blooded Orphans, and it is so good. Let's go ahead and look at the contents of the box. We got 14 commons, 2 legend rares, and we've got, let's see here, 1 ready-to-play 50-card ready deck. We already knew that. 10 resource cards, 1 paper damage counter, 2 token cards, bonus packs, rule and play sheet. All right, so we are in it. Literally a starter deck for a reason. I should have gotten something to cut these edges, you know, but we're just going to use the nails. That's fine. I'm so excited. So I'm recording this the same day I got them, so it's Saturday right now, and we just ran a very successful starter deck event over at my locals. It was awesome. Thank you very much that anybody that essentially allowed me to run that thing for you. I had a lot of fun. Thank you once again, Otaku, for allowing my presence there to kind of do things involving the Gundam trading card game. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. Let's see. Now, when we pull these out, there is a chance, I'll start this off, that we get what's called a God Pack. If we get a God Pack, because I haven't seen these yet, I just ripped the tape, we'll know if the first card is different. And if it's different, that means everything from the top down is going to be holographic. So let's see if we got one. We did not. So it is a normal Starter Deck 05. Keep in mind, too, I'm going to pause here for a moment and talk about something. So for Starter Deck 05, unlike the first 4 starter decks, 1, 2, 3, and 4, this does not have an Assemble SKU. And what I mean by that is that the starter decks that do come with the little token, essentially kits for the Gundam trading card game, which are going to be part of the Gundam Assemble thing that Bandai has not yet released. I'm going to put a picture up here and just let you guys know that the Gundam Assemble kit for this Starter Deck 05 Iron Bloom is going to be coming out, but it is coming out in February. So if you are one person like me that likes to get the Assemble kits, please make sure you check in with your local game store, get a pre-order in while you can, let your shop know that essentially you are looking for these, because I do know for that reason that we did not get the 2 SKUs upon release and we only got the box set. There's not as many of these starter decks out there in the wild, unfortunately. So it looks like we are going to be in a little bit of a shortage. And then also with the starter deck, we've got a little promo pack here that also comes with. This is going to be a hollow texture version of a card that is already existing in the starter deck. So we're going to put that to the side and open that last. We're actually going to open both of them last. We've seen this a couple times from the other starter deck, so I'm not going to review that. But let's go ahead and slide the band off here and start going through this. Now, purple's very interesting because it does several things that we have not seen from the Bandai trading card game when it comes to Gundam. We have not seen the keyword suppression. And they did add a very basic FAQ for suppression. I'll put that up here on the screen so you guys can see that as well. But there are a few things that they did answer. So if you are curious about what suppression does or how that works, please make sure you check out the official website itself, which usually is not that hard to find. I'm not even going to bother linking that down below. But let's go ahead and take a look at the brick. What do we got? First thing we're going to pull off the back is we've got our poppers, essentially the things we can pop out that have our damage counters. We've got our EX resource, just our starting EX if you're second player, and then your EX base, which is what everybody starts with, is a little base that has 3 HP. We've got our play resources labeled here, so there's just 10 of those. They're all the same. And then let's go ahead and start getting into the cards themselves. So, interesting. Very cool. So this is Gundam Barbatos. I'm going to split this up a little bit, actually. Let's put that down. So Gundam Barbatos 4th form. Looks really, really good. I'm trying to get you a texture hit best I can here. It's a little difficult, but... oh, there it is. Really nice. Deep etched lines, just like we're used to from seeing from GD01 and the other starter decks. No difference here. This is so sick. Choose one of your other units, deal 1 damage to it. It gets AP +1 during this turn that is on deploy, and while this unit is damaged, it gains suppression. So it's able to boost something at the cost of life, and then this thing, if it's damaged, is able to get the suppression ability, which allows you to check shields very fast. In the starter deck for most Bandai trading card games, you're going to get 2 copies of your boss monster. Usually best practice is to get 2 copies of your, what's the word I'm looking for, of a starter deck, so you can complete a playset, and that way you have some kind of variation that you can throw in here. This is one of our blockers from the Galahorn unit set, so it does not share the same family type as the Tekkadan Gundam frame from Iron-Blooded Orphans. That is a different family archetype. I just realized, too, these cards kind of stuck together. So we've got McGillis's Schwalbe Grays. I don't know. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. When paired, choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower. It gets -2 during this turn. So you're able to take a positive trade, potentially, on a smaller unit and keep that board low when you just put a pilot on it. So that's nice. We've got 2 copies of that. Let's get a texture hit on this one. Really, really nice. Good texture. It's the kind of the coarse one that you're used to seeing, but it's got some lines down here too. There we go. It's a lot better if I put it in the light directly. Yeah, it looks good. Very, very cool, man. I'm so excited. Gundam Barbatos 2nd form. While this unit is damaged, it gets AP +2. Really, really good. Pilot Mikazuki can't talk, I'm so excited. Mikazuki August. This is the same pilot as the LR, as we just saw, that it's looking for. And this is also, if you attend a starter deck event, if you were able to, there is a promo handed out where it is a different artwork for this card. So it looks a little bit different. Unfortunately, I don't have my promos on me. I actually left those. So I have to go get those tomorrow. But this is cool. We've actually got 4 copies, I take that back, of that guy. This guy, I'm really excited about. He's able to allow you to start doing damage for 1 cost, and he's a unit, so he takes up space as a body. Rest this unit, choose one of your units, deal 1 damage to it. It gets AP +1 during this turn. So you're able to stack, again, damage on your unit, maybe get some abilities, and then also fire off with having bigger attack. Right now, it seems like the Tekkadan archetype is all about taking damage and then getting some kind of benefit from it. Even from some of the cards we've seen from GDO2, if they have some kind of damage, you're able to potentially draw a card, which is one of the LR versions of Barbatos coming out in the future box set. We've got 4 copies of this bad boy. Gray's Custom, a good stat line for being a 1 cost 2/2, very common. We've got, how many copies of this guy? 4 copies, very nice. Gusian Rebake, fan favorite. Love the big axe, love the big shield. Choose 1 enemy unit with 4 or less AP and rest it. So if this guy gets destroyed, just essentially rest something else, which is really nice. With his pilot, which we're going to look at here in a minute, there is an ability that if he gets a trade-off, he's able to dig into the trash and pull out a small unit and take it back to hand. So again, purple is looking for recursion, playing from the trash. This is one of our first cards with his pilot that's able to do so. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Gusian Rebake, so that's awesome. Hyokurin. This is Teiwaz, another family archetype. Good stat line, very similar to what we see in blue already, which is Rezel. Rezel's a stat line of having 4 attack and 3 HP. This guy's looking to be the exact same thing, so very, very nice. And we've got 3 copies of him. Okay, cool. All right, let's move into the lower half here. Gray's commander type, it is a blocker. It is a 3/2 blocker. from what I'm gathering, and unless they change it with some other card in the future, it seems like a lot of Gallahorn is, you know, sharing those keywords from white. It is going to have blocker, but you will notice that they are bigger on the attack versus the HP. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same for everything we've seen from Gallahorn, but that is just really cool to see in terms of a little bit of a difference. Because sometimes when you have a blocker, even if it can take a block, it doesn't take down a unit. It looks like Gray's commander type is going to be able to do that. Just a normal Gray's 2/2. It's a 2/1 for the level. So level 2, cost 1. But the 2/2 stat line is nice. Good for the early rush. Onto our pilots. Mikazuki August. When paired, choose one of your units and one of your enemy units. Deal 1 damage to them. So being able to just ping damage for pairing the pilot is awesome. And again, damaging your own mobile suit, not necessarily a bad thing, because in the Tekkadan family, at least right now, if it's taking damage, usually there's some kind of a benefit there for some of these cards. And we've already seen similar traits when it comes to cards that got revealed from GDO2. So it is going to be very fun to deck build with this. And I am very much looking forward to all this. All right, Akihiro Atlan. This is the guy I was talking about. So during Link, meaning if you put him under Rebake, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, choose one Tekkadan unit card that is level 2 or lower from your trash and add it to your hand. So being able to get like that Gray's Custom back out, which I think was the earlier unit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Gray's Custom is really cool because it does meet that. And then you're also to get a mobile worker. And then you're able to get that unit that is just able to ping stuff on the board. And we've got, what, 3 copies of this guy? All right. What, 3 copies? Am I crazy? No, that's right. Okay. And then McGillis Farid. This is a Gallahorn pilot. When paired, if you have oh, I can't talk. If you have 2 or more other Gallahorn Tekkadan units in play, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP and rest it. That is pretty nice because, again, if you put Mikazuki August under something, you're able to ping something on their side of the board. There is a good chance you hit that 3 HP stat line at that point for a blocker if it's already received previous damage, or if there's something going on where you're able to throw under a pilot, for example, Mikazuki, and then damage it. Hitting the 3 stat line isn't so bad. Yes, I'm aware Amuro Ray is still a very good card, being able to rest a 5 HP or less unit, but still, that's pretty good for what we're getting out of a starter deck. With Iron and Blood, this is the other one I believe that got the promo variant, which has Mikazuki August on it as opposed to Ozma here. So this is pretty cool. Choose one of your units, deal 1 damage to it. It gets AP plus 3 during this turn. This is cool for several reasons. If you declare a block and you are able to take the damage and then spike up the attack all of a sudden your opponent could be in a position where they didn't expect to take the trade. So this is pretty cool to reverse that, knowing that no matter what, if the unit's going to die, you can put more damage on the unit that is actually swinging at you if you just take 1 more. Not bad for the trade. So we've got 2 copies of that. Fatal Strike is now where purple starts doing purple things. If it's a burst, choose one of your enemy units, deal 1 damage to it. Nice if it's able to just clear a body. Main, choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower and destroy it. For the cost of 2, just clearing a body outright based on level and nothing else is really nice. This will clear a lot of the low blockers if your opponent's playing into those pretty heavily. It'll also stop a lot of rush situations too. So for example, Char Zaku 2 is a level 3, and a lot of times they play that as well as go into Char and then high maneuver to try and get past whatever you're playing because it's going to allow them to get through blockers. You can deny that entire combo after they've spent all those resources. Even if Char goes to trash, this is really good because it just keeps you in the game from having to take unnecessary damage from low-hanging units. So very, very much a fan of Fatal Strike, just being able to kill something based on level. We got 2 copies of that. Isaribi is a base. I'm not crazy. I know how to read. Rest of this base, choose one of your damage units. It gets AP plus 2 during this turn. That is really nice, especially because, again, we're damaging our units all the time. So being able to just get bigger just because we have some damage, very much a Tekkadan thing. Always moving forward. And then we've got a different artwork for Unforeseen Incident. This is something that we did get in, I believe, another starter deck. I can't remember. I think it's the starter deck 01, blue and white. Heroic Beginnings? Am I right? Did I get that right? I might have recalled that from memory right now. But a very good card. Again, this deck is wanting to take the trade on a lot of things. And if it can just receive a little bit of damage and still be there next turn, Unforeseen Incident is a very good card. Even if you proactively want to take the trade and make something on your opponent's side of the board smaller, casting this, making something 3 AP less, and then swinging into it's a really, really good card. I very much like this artwork. Very, very cool. If you watch the anime, you remember this scene vividly. Very, very cool. All right, and we got 2 copies of that. So that wraps up the first unboxing on this channel for Starter Deck 05. Now, I was able to secure a second one, which is great. We are going to go through that one as well together. This will be pretty quick. I'm not really going to explain too much or talk a whole bunch of theory on this one. Really, this is just for me. We're going to see if we got a God deck or not. In this, that would be cool. Nobody at the store at the present moment when I was doing the event pulled one. Let's see if we get it. If not, we're going to open these little white boosters together. Let's see. Ah, we did not get one. Okay. So no God deck, but again, same white booster, all this other stuff. I'm not going to rip through this one. Again, I'll just do this one for myself because we know it's not a God deck. Let's just scoot right on over to the boosters. And the first one, what did we get? Mainly what you're trying to pull from these is any of the LRs. If you can get at the full art versions of them, that would be super sick. It doesn't look like that's going to be our situation, though. Let's see what we got. We got a Graze Custom. These are really pretty, though, so, I'll give them that for what it is. But a Graze Custom, it's got the confetti texture on it. It removes the text box. It does keep the color accents across the way, but it does remove a lot of the other distinguished things so you can see more of the artwork itself. So a Graze Custom, and what else do we got here? Oh, I'll take it. Oh, didn't pull that one up there. The card I was glazing pretty heavily, huh? We got a Fatal Strike. Very, very cool. All right, so Fatal Strike. Very, very nice. Texture on this one, I just like the fact it removes the text box. So we're able to see this big hammer chainsaw. If you watch the anime, you know what I'm talking about. It's like hammer, chainsaw, scissors. I don't know. It's crazy. But we do get one of these. So my 2 textures from this is a Graze Custom and a Fatal Strike. All right, guys, that wraps it up for Starter Deck 05. Once again, PSA announcement. If you are interested in the Assemble kit, that will come out later in February. Bandai did announce it. Again, go see if you can pre-order your local game store. Go try to get whatever you can to try and get more of these to your area. And then in the meantime, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.